DraftKings, live from the compound.
Joe Crack, Fat Joe, welcome back to the compound. Starting five. I think you could literally coach for NBA, G League, either or the NBA.
I think I could do it.
Yeah, totally you could do it. Totally you could do it. I mean, best halftime music and coach.
I'd be able to be a good assistant coach in
yeah.
the NBA and then work his way up
to main coach.
Yeah.
I think, but then he got to stop everything. The focus.
No, I would.
You would do it?
Yeah. If they made me an assistant coach for the Knicks, I would definitely drop everything.
Would you take any other team though, besides the Knicks? Would you, like Portland call you?
Nah, I would want to be the Knicks. Other than that, I'm good.
He said I ain't doing
Yeah, I'm doing the Knicks. That's it.
That's it?
Yeah, that's a dream job.
Facts.
No, that's a fact. You definitely could be assistant coach though.
For a fact.
Yeah, I could see it.
I could tell you, man, when I was, I was in jail for 4 months. It wasn't much, but they had this basketball league in there, right? And I had a friend. I purposely stood away from basketball in jail because that's where they file you. That's where the fights happen.
Started, yeah.
That's where the fights happen. So I purposely used to stay away from that. But I had a friend used to work with me in the kitchen, and he was horrible. These guys were like the Bad News Bear. They bounced the ball with 2 hands. These guys was criminals. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't
ball players.
not at all, right? And so they had a little league, and every Saturday they would just get washed. They was the worst guys in the world, right? So one Saturday, I just couldn't help it. One Saturday, I woke up, say they play at 12 noon, I woke up maybe 9, and I went and grabbed the 3 Bad News Bears, and I said, you stand here, you here, you here. When he gets the ball, you cut to the basket, you did not. So I started, they won that game. They wound up winning every game. They won the chip. They wound up winning the chip. I wound up coaching them. They try to make it into the Rucker. Yo, Joe gonna be out there. Yo. I start coaching them, then we got this nice guy, dreadlock dude that could dunk. Nah, it turned into a movie in there.
It turned into the whole Rucker.
We started winning, and these guys was the worst. But I could just.
You could take the Knicks job.
Well, I could watch, right? Knicks, forget it, no brainer. But what happened, say a celebrity basketball game, I barely ever lose those, right? So I just do the first quarter, I let everybody play. By the second quarter, I already know how I'm going to win this game. And I already know, because I see the move.
I played on a couple of his teams.
Yeah, Jada was shooting them threes and all. Yo, let me tell you something. I got Mario Chalmers over Cameron any day. I got money, big money, DraftKings money.
Over or the under?
Let me tell you something. I coached Cameron.
Even Killer
I
work
coached
out?
Killer. He better work out. Because I coached him in the celebrity basketball. He ran up and down. And he was like, yo, get me out. Breathing like, I said, damn, it ain't the high school All-American Killer Cam.
Nah.
This Mario Chalmers, like, he got to stop. Like, I'm all right.
Nah, we don't.
Remember, I tell you, whoever coming with the duffel bag, I'm coming with the duffel bag. And I love Killer. That ain't got nothing.
We got to bring your coaching back out. Because I used to be at the Rucker watching you coach. And I used to be like, yo, Joe really know what he doing.
No, he put some magical teams together.
Him and Mousy, they was like Pop and Phil Jackson on one team.
Yeah.
Like,
it was.
I don't know what he was telling them players or paying them, but they wanted to win for you. And that once you get
Joe was like,
and he could mix the hood with NBA.
He was like, what's my man that threw the chair without throwing the chair?
Bobby Knight.
He was Bobby Knight at a Rucker, but with love.
Yeah.
He was a love.
Well, I had gave up all my money. I would take off the whole summer. I wouldn't take a show. Was turning down. So What's Love was #1 in the world.
Yeah,
they was offering me $200,000 a show, and I was like, nah, I'm coaching at the Rucker. Big mistake, right? Huge mistake. And so I used to try to when they stretch on the concrete, I used to stretch with them, get the pebbles in my knees. I used to get dirty with them. If it was like a hot 150 humid day, I sweat bullets with. I let them know I'm fighting the war with them.
I'm in the trenches.
I'm so in with them, and then afterward we all go eat like a family. We eat steaks, whatever we eat, and we just.
Yeah.
And so it was like they wanted to win for me as much as I wanted to win. So we was out there And we always made the right choice. You know, one of the guys, they did a survey the other day about the best handles. They said Sham Guard, which I think he's one of the greatest. But the kid, Bone Collector, had one of the greatest handles ever in the streets. One year,
almost made everybody fall that ever guarded.
Bone Collector really collect bones, right?
That's a fact.
No, but one year he ran up on me. I never forget. It was opening day. He said, "Joe, you know I'm nice. It's time." It was like that Malcolm X moment where the girl came up to him and she was like, "I don't like what they've been doing to you guys." He said, "Well, you can't help me."
Not now.
Not now. So I turned around. I tell Bone Collector, "Yo, you the best, but you don't know how to win. I'm sorry. You can't play with us because I'm about chips. You know, I'm playing for it all. You know, I'm playing for the championship."
So let's go into music, Joe. It's almost like y'all two are so much in the game, y'all like honorable. You know how a college give a doctorate? It's like y'all should get doctorates of basketball because how much y'all love the game and how from the street side to the hardwood side. But why is it for you it's been together all these years?
I'll let you answer that first.
I think it's the similarities of hip hop has always been the playlist, the background for basketball. In the park, it was always, you know what I mean, somebody's car or the boom box or somebody got the 2 turntables and the mixer set up with the extension cord, stealing electricity from the first floor apartment, and you just always seen the games going on, tournaments, it's music during the game or at halftime, way before you ever seen it in an NBA game in the hood, tournaments or just pick up ball in the park. You always heard from Run DMC days all the way up to now, you always heard music whenever you seen or played basketball. So I think it was always intertwined. You know what I mean?
What about you, Joe? Because I think
I look at basketball, that was beautiful. But I look at basketball as choreography, like synchronized swimming. And so when you go, what was my man Shane, the dribbling machine?
Shane, the dribbling machine, yeah. The Future.
Or Rayford Orford.
I'll be right back too.
Or I'll be right back. These guys were dancing.
Fact.
And so I look at basketball like choreography, and they just move into a different beat. You know, and so it's always been the soundtrack of basketball. And hip hop itself been the soundtrack of our Army, our Navy. You know how many kids went to war and was like, "Yo, you got me through the wars." You know, like hip hop is it's a different type of
language.
It hits your soul in a different way. And so, you know, we know 9 times out of 10. Right? See, I would get you, but we would 9 times out of 10 when we watching the game playoff and they show Jason Tatum in the locker room listening to something, he going like, we know that's hip hop. Yeah, we don't know what he playing. He might be playing The Baby. Yeah. He might be playing Jadakiss. We don't know what he playing, but we know that's hip hop.
We know this.
That's a fact.
Yeah, we know it's hip hop. And so it's together, it's intertwined. You got Dame Lillard.
Yeah.
Nice.
Listening
He's a
and rapping.
legitimate rapper.
Bars.
Serious. You know, so it's always been simultaneously it's always been it's what we do. Like when we was in the streets, whatever, any choice. I told them just now, the one thing I hate in basketball is somebody taking a day off or cruising. It's almost like when you see boxing and somebody's up and they take the last 3 rounds off.
Down just to
so
keep
you got a kid that he's in the game, but he ain't in the game. And we don't really hear his name. Like last night was D'Angelo Russell. He was in the game, but he wasn't in the game. And so I think about the kids when I was Christmas and it's snowing in the Bronx, there was kids playing on the ice, basketball, practicing the latest
shot,
MJ shot, the Larry Bird shot, These guys went through so much to get to the NBA that how could you be playing the playoffs and cruise? Like, I don't get it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
it's
saying?
a new day going on.
Yeah, you can't take the day off.
Low management.
And that's something you have to always be reminded of. That's something you have to always be. You know how many basketball players we seen get that big check and their whole game just
changed. Yeah, it's a fact.
I could think of 3 names right now that just like was killing the whole league.
And then the
caught
check
the
came.
check. Yeah, it's and they never was the same. So, but what is it though? Like what? I mean, money shouldn't make you.
You know what's crazy? Because back in the day, the game used to chase a ring. Like everybody wanted a championship. Everybody wanted, either that or accolade, maybe MVP or All-Star. But like now, the chip doesn't seem as relevant as it used to be.
Well, in life, right? I was just talking about it on the drive here. I had the #1 song in the country, Flojo, and I was getting $500 and a Fantastic. That's what it was.
Back
I
then.
had LL Cool J tell me at his prime when he was a young kid, he was headlining these stadium tours for 15 grand. The money was different. When Magic Johnson got $1 million a year, they wrote about it in every magazine in the country. Now you got a guy on the bench for $249 million.
Yeah.
That's what's going on.
It's a fact.
And so it's a different time.
Yeah.
You got a rapper come out right now with one song. See, I don't know if the promoters realize all they're going to do is the one song that's hot.
That's hot.
They don't have a catalog yet.
You
We're not
paying them
disrespecting.
catalog money
You paying them
for one
what?
song.
And they getting 250, 200,000 to do this one
One
song.
record, yeah.
But they doing one song. They doing the one song, the remix,
Do it
I don't
again,
whatever.
yeah.
Do it again.
Keep
Bring
doing
it back.
it, yeah.
But my thing is, I'm going to the concert to see a show, right? So what I'm saying is the money's different
Different
now.
in the game now.
So you got a kid that never had nothing, and unfortunately, we want him to get all the money in the world, right? And so a lot of them, once they get that money, they feel like,
The chip ain't-
I won the chip
I
already.
won the chip already. But they look at I won a chip for my family, my life. They changed their whole life. The trophy's not going to change their life like the money is.
You know, I got friends and family that curse me out every day. And they tell me if I'm wrong, and sometimes they too raw with me. You see, the mayor's in the background somewhere, he curses me out every day. And so what happens is, you gotta keep people to check your temperature.
All the way through.
Because when you're in this type of life, every now and then, you reach a point where you start thinking, yo, either them or the tax man will put you in real humble.
That's a fact.
Tax man get you real humble, right?
Quick.
Every year he come through and be like, yo, hold up, you stay here. Like, you thought you was here. You stay here,
Yeah.
right?
Fact. That's a
And so it's the same thing with your family members. You got to keep some people around you that's really, really real. They may be annoying, but they'll tell you the truth, and so they'll always keep you level-headed because the bright lights, everything that comes with it could really
blind you.
could blind you.
Could blind you. We here with DraftKings and let's talk
We
about
did
the
the
song.
game.
Let's talk about the game.
My fans love it.
Yeah, they love it.
They love it, right?
They played it last night in the Lakers.
So they
Yeah.
played it.
The
Yeah,
Lakers
they played it in
game,
Denver too. So I mean, for me, when the whole concept came together, it was like picking the right people, and it was, of course, like I said, y'all too. Ross and Khaled. Ross and Khaled was like Jack Nicholas and and
Billy Crystal.
Billy Crystal, and what they kind of made the hip hop Miami floor scene start to me, and then Styles, and then I take Kiss and Styles. It was like a war because Kiss was with Reebok, and then I grabbed Styles when we was with And1 with the commercials. So it was always y'all four that I looked at was doing music. But from both of y'all, when y'all first heard of the idea of this song being cut for like DraftKings and also being put with like NBA footage, like as a music video, but chopped into people's verses, like
I just looked at it as positivity.
I was
looked
there
at it
from the
as-
beginning when it was a seed, and they like, yo, who else you think we need to get on there? I was like, you got to get Crack, because Crack is like the spokesperson for the Knicks from both sides of views, and his passion for ball.
Yeah.
We got to get him, so we locked in there, me and you. Then he knew he wanted to use Ross, and then we might as well clean it up with P, since we did the commercials. Yeah, he did the joint with Kevin Garnett. I think once the beat was like an anthem type of triumphant beat, I said it should work out smooth. Then after everybody sent their joints back, once I heard it the first time on that first playoff game, I was like, yo, this is right. It felt incredible. Then we start seeing the comments. I said, yeah, the people
I haven't
love
seen it yet because I was in Thailand and Dubai.
Yeah, you left the night.
Yeah, I left.
Yep.
You got to see
So
it
I've been
when
out
it
there
come
for
on
like
in the playoffs and
I
get it.
know, they
and
all
make a
been
whole
telling me,
commercial.
right?
It's just
So then,
ill.
my thing is, what you told me, you was like, yo, Joe, it's got to be uplifting for the people. It got to be powerful. You know, the people bet on themselves. And so I said, you know what, let's paint the picture of how it feels to be successful, how it feels to cheer yourself up, to fall on the floor, to get back up. You know, I forget what game I saw. What's my man from OKC, the young boy?
Shay.
You seen
They
the
bust
black
his
guy?
eye, yeah.
Yeah.
He came back
And killed
2
him.
seconds. That's what I mean. That's that warrior
Spirit.
mentality.
Yeah.
And that's how that song feels. That songs feel like if you fell down, get back up.
Yeah.
You know, and a lot of times when you come together, if we're gonna be honest as brothers, a lot of times when you come together with a theme, the song be corny.
Yeah, we can't do that.
You know? And so what was so
We can't do that.
so we can't do that,
can't be
but,
doing that.
We can't do
but
that.
I'm just saying, it's just so beautiful that our authentic fans are all over Twitter, all over like, yo, I love this song. This is dope. Crack went in, Jada went in, Ross went in. You know, Ross Black royalty. You know, I look at Ross and I love everything he does. You know what I'm saying? I did Rollin' Loud last week, Thailand. He came on after me and he did something in the middle of the show where he just started laughing in the air. I'm like, yo, that's that Ross. Like, you know what I'm saying? He get, you know, Rick Ross is, once you get up in that different
mode.
thing and styles, you know, them two is unmatched. The song's amazing, man. And I love it. I'm proud of it. I'm proud to be on that song.
Nah, thank you. DraftKings, thank both of y'all. It's you know, like, cause it's never been anthems I feel like made exactly for the game and like the league and the players, and it was like ESPN and all, they do a great job of grabbing a record off somebody's album and putting it to highlights. And that, you know, even when I did the N1 mixtape, I was just getting dats from the labels, but I never got a chance to say, yo, nah, let's really make a song for the game. And then everybody did what y'all do, man.
It's so dope, because I remember when All the Way Up was out, it was #1 in the country. I was fighting to get it in the playoffs.
Yeah, you got to be
And
like, I don't understand
yeah, but
what this is.
they was like, we pick pit bulls. Come on, everybody, won't you do that gunga? I was like, oh my God, you know, that's
Over
my
All the Way
brother.
Up?
Yeah, I love him to death. All I could do was fall back and be like, hey, I thought maybe you want some people dunking on it. It's all the way up, or something, you know, at prime time. I'm like, you know, but he was like, yo, pick pit bull. Come on, everybody. It's all right. It is. I mean, no disrespect.
But yeah,
Pitbull's
but
my brother.
you
I
felt
love
like
him
your
to death.
record matched, like with the
I
layups,
felt like it matched
the
more.
shots
Sometimes
going up.
they make, you know, they make some crazy,
Crazy calls on the court.
crazy calls on the court, man.
DraftKings presents the starting five live from the compound.